Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is all about greenwashing. Greenwashing is a term that was coined in the 80s, sometimes called green sheen, which means when a brand uses marketing and a bit of a PR spin to portray themselves as eco-friendly, to put across that their products and services and their policies are good for the environment when in fact they might be covering up what's really going on. And this is quite a big issue in fashion because it's been a trend in recent years to be seen to be creating positive action for the environment, to be seen to be sustainable and ethical. But unfortunately, a lot of brands don't actually have the integrity behind that to live up to what they're saying they do. And there's quite a few examples of this in recent years. A big one is H&M. Now, you probably will have heard of H&M's Conscious collection, which is a small capsule collection within their wider range of clothing made from organic cotton. And maybe there's bits and bobs of recycled polyester and things like that in there, but it's mainly organic cotton. And the criticism behind this is basically that the Conscious collection is such a tiny, tiny part of their huge, vast amount of stock that they have. They're actually creating more stores every single year. They're producing more clothes every single year. And it's just a drop in the ocean, the Conscious collection. The other criticism is that it's sort of the same price. So it's still super cheap, sort of £2 for a t-shirt, £10 for a pair of jeans. And how is it this cheap? It's because garment workers aren't being paid, so they're still utilising sweatshop labour in third world countries. So is it really ethical, or is it just the same old stuff, but in organic cotton this time? Another thing that H&M does is this recycling program, or they had been doing it recently, where you bring in your old clothes, you sort of donate them to H&M's recycling box, and in exchange they give you a voucher, so maybe £5 or $5 off your next purchase. The big problem with this, firstly, is that it's still encouraging you to consume more clothing, so you're not actually getting rid of anything, you're just buying more with your voucher, and it's just sort of making more money for them. But also, the clothes they're asking you to donate are not specific fibres, so most of them will probably not end up being recycled because they're mixed fibres, they're polyester or nylon, and they're a mix that can't be separated with current technology or with H&M's current budget. So there's quite a few problems there, and lots of different retailers do this recycling thing too. And although it's good to get people thinking, I don't think they've thought it through in a sort of holistic way. There's another couple of retailers who have done similar sort of greenwashing. Forever 21 is one of them. They had this big news story about them using solar power for all their stores, so installing solar panels on top of the stores and things like that. And that's great, of course. We should all be using green energy, but the impact that their clothing production is having on the environment is so vast that using these solar panels is not going to make any difference to offset that. They're one of the cheapest fashion retailers. They are just one of the worst offenders in the fast fashion world. So it's sort of a weak attempt, I see it as. And there's also been some fake labeling. So I talked about in my other video using faux fur when it's actually real fur. I think it was Nordstrom and JCPenney in America. They labelled stuff as bamboo, but it turned out it wasn't bamboo, it was polyester. And this is just because they wanted to jump on that bandwagon. So again, this is sort of a lot of distraction techniques, which happens a lot, obviously, in politics, but it also happens in business and in fashion, distracting you from what's really going on by putting small little initiatives and campaigns out there in the world, which media outlets pick up on. But it's just greenwashing, which is basically, it's whitewashing, but it's eco-washing. So I think it's really important to be quite skeptical when you see these messages and make sure you do your own research. Make sure to watch my other video that's about how to tell if a brand is ethical, because that's sort of about going beyond the marketing messages and actually looking for official certifications. And instead of relying on things like self-audits, you're looking at third parties who are ensuring that brands are doing what they're saying they're doing. Again, I think it's a really horrible thing, greenwashing, but it's up to the consumer to decipher these messages. And if you're truly passionate about shopping ethically and shopping with brands that fit with your values, I think you need to do a bit of your own research as well, because the PR spin is not always to be believed, and try and find the companies that actually have the integrity to follow through on what they're saying that they're doing. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it's given you a little bit more insight into what greenwashing is, and that you can be a little bit more careful in the future. Please subscribe and share, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks, guys.